Scotty, it was a pretty comprehensive performance from the Bombers against the Saints on Friday night. What do you think the difference was in the end?
Oh, look, the speed of the game. They really kept the speed of the game, moved the ball quickly. But as a result of that, the key was that you got the ball inside forward 50 and then gave the forwards a chance one-on-one to mark the football. 20 inside 50 marks. I mean, we saw how well Joey played, but also Belchambers taking contested marks up there. So generally it gives your forwards a real chance. But overlooked with the way that they played was their tackle and their pressure around the footy, an extra 20 tackles. So it really started there. They got the ball back off St Kilda and then went with real speed and gave their forwards a great chance.
We know that guys like Zach Merritt, Michael Hurley, Joe Danaher grab a lot of the headlines, but I want to ask you about a couple of other guys. Tom Belchambers is an interesting one. That ruck battle has been a little subplot throughout the year. He seems to have edged past Matthew Leuenberg over the last 6 weeks. What have you made of his progress this season?
You're quite right, everyone does talk. I mean, you've got Merritt in the midfield, Hurley and Danaher having outstanding seasons, and it's funny, they had the same sort of game on Friday night. They were so pivotal. But I've really taken a strong look at the way that Belchambers has gone about it. And you're right, him and Leuenberger did. It was a little bit horses for courses early on. But Tom, an injury early in the year, slowed him down. Now he's come back into the team. He really has established himself in that number one ruck position. Not only his tap work and the way that he's been able to direct the ball to his midfield, but also going forward, taking marks, kicking goals, 2 on the weekend. And look, you can throw Martin Gleeson back in the mix for that also. Coming to the team about 4 or 5 weeks ago after some early games, spell in the VFL, he's been super, really holding down that half-back position, working super well with James Kelly. What I've liked about him, he's coming to the team, he's intercept marking. So he's marking so well for a player his size and really helping that back line out. And for a period of time in the game, St Kilda just continued to kick the ball to him.
You know, the Bombers ticked a lot of boxes against the Saints, but what would they be focusing on in terms of an area for improvement this week, heading into another crunch game against North Melbourne?
Oh, look, early on in the game, you've got to look at it, just that conversion. I mean, they dominated the play but didn't get reward for their efforts. And there was always the chance with momentum that St Kilda would work their way back into the game. Fortunately, the Bombers continued to keep speed on the game. Their pressure around the ball was outstanding. But conversion is one area all teams are looking to be as efficient as they can. And the Bombers generally this year have been very good. So they'll continue to work on that.
Really appreciate your insights, mate. We'll catch up later in the week ahead of that game against the Kangaroos.
Cheers.